I lost 100 pounds in 4 months, and something that I never thought would happen happened. I gained weight again, and for the longest time I was super in denial about my weight gain. I did not want to accept it, but I accepted it. I understood my habits and what led me to that point and what I was doing wrong. I was able to go from overweight, technically obese, almost 300 pounds, lose it, become super thin, gain weight back, and then get fit again by the end of this year. So I want to share with you guys my journey, and in addition to that, the lessons that I learned about fitness and weight loss from losing weight so fast, gaining it back, and then being in shape again. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I lost over 130 pounds. My whole channel is dedicated to helping you guys out with your own personal weight loss journeys. I'm not going to explain my whole entire weight loss journey because I feel like I have done that so much. But basically, I was not in the best physical condition. I was slightly injured due to an accident that I had, and it allowed me to get to my heaviest weight of 280 pounds. So I was 19 years old and I was almost 300 pounds. And because I had got injured from this accident, I decided to lose weight to be able to basically save my life. I was on bed rest. I was gaining weight very fast, and I was very scared for my future. I never used to exercise beforehand. I actually got exempt from PE when I was in high school leading up to being 19, just because I had PCOS symptoms. So I literally got a doctor's note saying that I didn't have to participate in PE, which I think is really funny because you would think that, you know, I would need to exercise to be able to correct the problem, and exercise actually became the thing that would correct the problem. Because I was struggling with PCOS symptoms, it was not easy for me to just go on a calorie deficit and just basically eat less. I had to do something that cut out sugar and carbs. And so this is where I went on the ketogenic diet, and I started intermittent fasting in addition to that because that is what was convenient for my schedule. And I started exercising, and I believe because of my age and obviously because of my height, I was able to lose weight very quickly, and I lost 100 pounds in 4 months. Down the line, I decided that I wanted to lose more weight, and I lost a lot more weight. I initially lost 30 pounds, but then I decided to become thinner, and I got to the weight of 140, and I think I was getting into the 130s. I was becoming very, very thin, but I was 19 and 5'8", and I did not like the way that I looked, and I was also under a lot of stress at the time. So because of that, I had stopped eating, and unfortunately during this time, I had hurt my leg and I could not exercise at all. Because I was enduring so much stress and then I physically injured myself, I decided that I purposely wanted to go on a weight gain journey. So my weight gain was intentional. However, because I decided to gain weight, I didn't understand what it meant to gain weight again, and all of these symptoms and negative habits came back with that weight gain. So yes, I did it on purpose. A lot of people do it on purpose if they have like a physical goal, like building muscle, which was one of my physical goals because I was really thin. However, I did not know that it was gonna be this difficult. I gained weight again, but I think this was one of the hardest periods of time because not only was I practicing negative habits again, which I had stayed away from for so long, but it was just mentally difficult for me to gain weight. I was so in denial about the state of my physical condition, and I had so many conflicting thoughts about myself. I felt less than worthy of basically self-love because of the way that I looked. I thought being super thin was everything, and I'm not a judgmental person. I would never judge another person based off the way that they look, but for me personally, I thought I wouldn't be worth anything if I looked bigger or if I got bigger, even though I wasn't technically overweight for my height. I started becoming very depressed about the way that I looked. I wasn't super fit anymore, And some days were very, very hard for me to deal with that. So at first it was intentional. I was eating high amounts of protein. I was eating like, I think 160, 140 grams of protein a day. And this is because I wanted to fix the injury that was with my leg. I had torn my hamstrings, and so because of that, my legs were very thin and they had atrophied from not being used or exercising for an extended period of time. So I had to rebuild that, and I wanted to make my body stronger. But because I was eating so much, naturally I just started getting hungrier. So it went from eating high amounts of protein to eating cookies and eating ice blended drinks and eating pasta and eating bread, and it was helping me with my weight gain. I did get significantly stronger in my legs and everything, but because I started having these new habits, I started feeling terrible about myself. From this experience, here are some habits that allowed me to gain weight, and I think this is helpful for most people because sometimes they don't really understand why they gained weight in the first place. So from this experience, what I learned is that number one, I wasn't tracking or counting my calories. And if you're trying to lose weight or even maintain your weight, you have to be mindful of your calories. Number two, I was consuming too much processed food. And in addition to that, too many drinks that had added sugar and calories inside of them. I preach about this now, about staying away from sugary drinks, but that is honestly from my experience. Sugary drinks are one of those things that will allow you to gain weight because you cannot measure what you're drinking, and it's so easy to drink something that has no nutritional benefit to it, and it's almost impossible to count the calories or the amount of sugar that you have had with inside of those drinks, unless of course you're getting like a Coke or a Sprite or something and you can track the nutrition label. But other than that, sugary ice cream, shakes, milkshakes, I was probably having those every couple of days. On top of that, another reason why I believed I gained weight is because I was not exercising. So you don't need to exercise to maintain your weight or to even lose weight. However, it does help with just health, hormonal regulation, and weight maintenance, or just creating a calorie deficit. And so all of those benefits were not included into my lifestyle, which were previously and which helped me remain fit in the first place. So since I got rid of that, inevitably I gained weight again. During this time, I was also underneath a lot of mental stress. So I remember I was not sleeping well at all. I would take melatonin, but I would force myself to stay awake just because I wasn't able to go to sleep. And I know that's super unhealthy, but I would probably go to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m. and then wake up at 11 p.m. because I didn't want to sleep into the afternoon and create that habit. So it was like I was trying to remain healthy or latch onto my healthy habits, but I was not practicing them correctly, and I was only sleeping about 5-6 hours a night, which I think also contributed to my weight gain because I was putting my body underneath so much hormonal stress. And lastly, I was consuming too much caffeine with sugar in it. So not only was I not sleeping, and not only was I not eating properly, but I was also drinking a lot of coffee, and as I mentioned, ice blended drinks that had caffeine inside of them and 70 grams of sugar in one serving, along with anything else I had, which I think contributed to my weight gain because I was immensely stressing my body out. I was out of control for a long time, and I decided I wanted to get back on track. I had taken a break from YouTube, and I just didn't want to lose everything that I had worked hard for, because not only have I lost a lot of weight and just transformed my life, but I also do this full time. I talk to people about weight loss, about fitness, and this is where I decided to lose weight again. And I was able to lose weight very fast. I lost 25 pounds in 30 days. And the way that I did that was basically reversing all of the habits that I had initially. So I stopped eating processed food, stopped consuming processed sugar, stopped drinking my calories, started tracking my calories, started exercising multiple times a week, if not every single day. and I exercise multiple times a day as well. If you guys are interested in what I eat in a day to be able to lose weight, I do have weight loss recipes down below. I started sleeping more, and on top of that, I tried so much to get rid of the negative self-talk and self-image that I was having, and I was able to lose weight very fast. And this is where I started creating the series Losing 25 Pounds in 30 Days. I just want to put a disclaimer out there that for me personally, it is very easy for me to lose weight because I understand how to do it. I've also lost a lot of weight, so I know how my body feels and I know what habits I need to have to be able to do that. And on top of that, I am not 25, I am not 23, I am 22, so it's very easy for me to be able to be active. In addition to that, I do work for myself and I work from home, so I have privileges that other people may not have. Other people may have children and they can't dedicate their life to fitness. Other people may have 9-to-5 jobs or 12-hour jobs where they can't do that. So even though I talk about it and I'm able to do it, I understand that it may not be realistic for most people to achieve because of their lifestyle. I am able to dedicate my days to being able to get fit. I talk about fitness, I work out twice a day, and I can eat a certain way. So I was able to lose weight again, but just because I lost weight, that didn't mean that my fitness journey just stopped there. What I've learned about weight loss and weight maintenance is that you have to keep up with the habits or improve your physical condition to be able to look better or just to be able to keep off the weight. So just because I was able to lose weight very fast, that doesn't mean that I can just go back to eating what I ate before. I still can't do this now. If I did this now, even though I lost the weight, I would still be very bloated. I would still be very uncomfortable, and inevitably, if I did it too much, my body would revert back to the way that it was. But even though I lost weight very fast this year, I just lost water weight initially, and then on top of that, I lost fat, yes, but I did not improve the physical condition of my body necessarily. So I still had to keep working a couple of months, and even now to this day, to be able to keep getting fit again. Now, my goal for the future is that I want to become even more fit, of course, but in addition to that, I don't want to be super thin, but it's more so about health and improving my physical condition. Beforehand, I only ate salads really, and I didn't eat a lot of food, and I was just thin. But now I consume fruit and vegetables and healthy carbs, and on top of that, I eat a lot of protein, which I think contributes to my body and the way that it looks now. So for the future, I really just want to focus on having a healthy relationship with food and being fit. I don't want to just be thin, I want to be healthy and I want to be strong. I thought this video would be suitable around this period of time. I know a lot of us are thinking about their weight loss goals and New Year's resolutions, so I really hope my experience will help you understand some things about fitness and honestly what you have to do. I keep telling myself that this is not a sprint, it is a marathon, because you are constantly going to want to work on your body or just your mental health and your physical condition, and there's always something to improve even when you think you've reached your peak. If you guys are interested in what I eat in a day to be able to lose weight, I do have weight loss recipes down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.